Hi everybody, it's Jessica, the Dollhouse Curator, and welcome back to the Curated Dollhouse. Today's video, we are going to be going through another shelf on my girls' display shelf. And today I will be going through our closet area on this shelf here. Not only am I going to walk you through how we kind of put this closet together and some of the really fun things that I am using, but I'm also going to be taking you through the best of my collection. These are some of my absolute favorite dolls from years past and current that I've collected in my collection. And I specifically went through and pulled out quite a few of my favorites just to have set up in this space. The first thing I want to do though is to give you a full little glimpse at our space. So we have our decorative 11 by 14 inch panels that I am using for walls on this side just to give it a little extra flair. We have some knickknacks that I've picked up from garage sales. We have our big, wonderful Restyle closet that hubby made me last year. It has pull-out shelves so I can stack stuff and put them in there. It also has two hanging areas and they are staggered so I can hang long dresses at the top and shorter stuff at the bottom, and it will hang nicely. He did a great job on that. We are also using our normal desk organizer here. So this is a new one that I've recently gotten from the Dollar Tree that I've added to this space to just kind of highlight some other little special outfits. These desk organizers are running $1.25. They come in gold and copper. If you have not gotten on the Dollar Tree desk organizer bandwagon, I recommend you do. I am using one of the new ones here. I also am using an older one where I first started getting these ideas in the thrift store that you saw last time. And I have some other ones that are smaller than this, about half the size, that I'm using in my dream house space to be open shelves. Those desk organizers are worth the $1.25. And I am so glad that I have gotten those. My phone battery is low. You know I talk a lot, so let me get on with the rest of this. So over in this area, I wanted to use some of my 11 by 14 inch panels that I decorated to bring a little color and life and little glitz and glamour into this space. Yes, it does kind of match my nails. But I wanted to do that. And also, my shelves are about 14 inches here. Or maybe 15 to 16 inches. So I wanted it to come up high enough where I could use my tall dolls, like the president who's on the superhero body. She stands about 12 inches. Miss Katiana in the red wig and glasses here is a tall doll. She stands about 12 inches. And then you see over here, I have my plain Jane doll on a tall body as well, and she is standing about that tall. So initially when I set it up, I had the sides kind of lower and it just looked off. So I wanted to make sure I could cover my dolls well. I am using another set of Dollar Tree desk organizers to be shelves. We use them as bookshelves, kitchen pantry, a little bit of everything, but they are worth the money. Definitely recommend y'all hit up Dollar Tree, see what kind of stuff is in there, and see how you can reimagine how to use it, because these are working out really good in my space. I got this adorable little thing right here from a garage sale a couple of months ago as we were putting our doll room together. It opens. I kind of loved it. I didn't have anything else to do with it, but after going shopping in my little doll flea market or thrift shop, I thought it would be nice to use in this space just to kind of give me a break in this area and to add a little bit more interest. I have in the back, let me move Miss Midge for a second. I have in the back one of the crafts that I did. It is a salon station. It's a makeup station. It is a vanity. It's a little bit of everything. But I put that back there. I love having the mirror. I love how I can display my ultra mini brands, my mini fashion, and my mini brand type stuff that I get. I made this chair last year. I always have to keep it leaning against something because it is top heavy. But that goes kind of with that station because it's tall enough where you can still use it as a salon chair or a makeup chair. Back here, I have two of these little butterfly things that I have my little makeshift curated dollhouse for my mini-me. I made that last year for my birthday, so I'd have something special to make my mini-me, and I'm using that in this space to kind of just hold knickknacks. I have parts of my denim furniture. You know I love that denim furniture. We have the couch right there, and these are the chairs that I made. And then this is the rainbow high table with just a different wood top on it. Think it's super cute. And as far as other pieces, that is all that's in there. But I definitely want to give you all a look at some of my favorite dolls. And I'm going to start with my all-time favorite doll ever, and that is Miss Brooklyn. This is Brooklyn that came out on the Yoga Made to Move body with her actual Brooklyn body. She is now on a superhero body, like the president. But I love using Brooklyn on her regular body and the superhero body. I think those two have... The superhero body gives the more snatched, sultry Barbie figure on Brooklyn, and then her original body gives her that more athletic feel. But I love that, so that is my number one doll in the house. Second is the President doll. I got her when the Barbie the movie came out. I got 3 of those dolls. I ordered 2. One came looking like this, one looked different. So I ordered another one so I could do the regular body, the superhero body that doesn't have as much made to move articulation. And I also wanted to be able to have one for a made to move body. So the one that looks really unique out of that set, I use as a mini-me as well. I have... Oh, let's hit number 3. This is my third favorite doll in the house. There we go. So she was number 1 for over like 20 years. This is the Princess of the Now doll. I've named her Cleo, of course. This doll is absolutely gorgeous. This is the goddess face mold. This is her outfit, or at least most of it. I am missing the little wristbands that she comes with. But I think this doll is absolutely gorgeous. And she is one of the few that when I took a hiatus from Barbie, because it just they lost me for a while with what was coming out. She is one that I gravitated to, and I wound up getting 3 of those princess dolls. I got that one, and then my husband and my best friend bought me other ones. So I have 3 of those dolls that I usually have displayed in the bedroom, but I pulled her out to come over here. And then let me put Miss Midge over here. Midge is gonna be the only one moving around the whole time. That's all right. She's been here for a while. This is my all-time number 1 favorite Barbie doll. She came in a teal, kind of metallic teal business outfit with a suit jacket and a skirt, really cute shoes. As you can see, her earrings are that same teal that the outfit was. But she had a beautiful face, and she has green eyes. If you know me as the Dollhouse curator, you know that green is my favorite color, but I am a fool for a green-eyed doll. And I have had this doll in my collection easily over 20 years. I don't keep very many Barbie faces. I don't collect many faces. I collect a lot of faces, but I don't collect a lot of the same face over and over again. So I don't have a lot of Barbies, but this is my all-time favorite one. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. And then let's hit over here since I keep moving her. This is my all-time favorite Midge. So this is my happiest and most disappointing doll I've ever gotten. So I finally was able to get a Midge. She had everything, the beautiful red hair, again, the green eyes, that beautiful Midge face. I got her in the late 90s, early 2000s, I believe, probably the late 90s. And this doll came in a painted on swimsuit top and bottom and just a little piece of triangle lace to tie around like it was a sarong. I didn't realize that everything was painted on when I got the doll in the store because I was younger, but when I got home, y'all, I was seriously disappointed. Seriously disappointed. This is the doll, this doll line, whatever it was, is the one that brought in those molded bathing suits, and I cursed the day. I curse the day that they started doing that. But this Midge face, all-time favorite, and I keep her in my collection. And she also plays one of my favorite characters from my favorite book series. So this is my Mallory from the Babysitters Club doll. I use her for that. Next, I'm going over here. So I have, you may be seeing double. I have this doll and this doll. This is a ballerina doll that I got late 90s, early 2000s. It was actually in the 2000s because I got married in 99. Yeah, and I got this after I was married because hubby, I love the doll so much, hubby convinced me to get a second one. This is the first doll I've ever bought more than one of. I absolutely loved her. I thought she was beautiful. That's the way she came with her hair up. She had a beautiful ballerina dress. I think she had articulated knees, but no articulation in the arms. So I wound up getting two so I could keep one with the hair up. And then I wanted one I could take the hair down and play with. So this is the same doll, just this one has been restyled, and I usually play them together as the same person. Sometimes twins, but usually the same person. I will come back to this set because I have some additional information I want to share. Next up, I'm going here. This is the daisy face that started the daisy mania in my dollhouse. I got this doll from Family Dollar. She had just a basic little purple little party dress on. Something about her face I absolutely loved. I wanted to make her a mini-me, but the skin tones were not really a match for me. So I kept digging and I found me the Barbie Extra doll that has that daisy face and my skin tone. But this is the one that started the daisy mania. I love this doll completely, and I've named her Carrie in my dollhouse, Kerry, after a couple of friends I had in high school. But she is beautiful. But that is the first daisy I ever added to my collection. Next, I'm going to come over here and hit these two together. This is the number 3 Barbie Basics doll. This is the Claudette face, but she is on one of the curvy bodies from that You Create kit. And this is Katiana. Katiana is my absolute favorite Dallas Cowboy cheerleader ever. And I loved her look. And she just gives you life, face, attitude, sassy, everything. So I had to name her Katiana after my favorite cheerleader ever. And these You Create kits with that new neck peg are some of my absolute favorite things that Barbie has come out with, or Mattel has come out with here recently, and it personifies how I use my collection. I keep doll heads, I keep doll bodies. One day she's curvy, one day she's tall, one day she's short, and I love how they brought that intermixing into it as a true gimmick. So these dolls are two of my favorites from that. Katiana from the actual You Create kit, and then over here Claudette from the first wave that came out prior to the kits. Next, I have my all-time favorite Kira. I recently got this doll. I had a Kira. She wears a lot of hats. Her hair is jacked up. But I've always loved the Kira face, and it was one that I could not find quite often growing up down in the South. So one of my Dolly friends, Ken, the Dolly godmother, blessed me with this one. It's one I've wanted for a while. She is one of the dolls from my Grail list. I put her on a 90s articulated body that I absolutely love. That is my second favorite Barbie body ever. Still gives you old school Barbie snatched waist and bust, but you get a body that can move, and she can use this furniture. And then finally, yes, I have this one. This is a fashionista. I do not remember her number, but she comes in a kind of maroonish and black plaid dress. I call this doll Plain Jane. It is something about her face that I absolutely love. And initially, I missed out on her in stores, but I found her at Family Dollar, and when I did, I snatched her up. She came on a curvy body. I have her on a tall volleyball player right now, but I do love her as a curvy as well. Again, the way I use my dollhouse, they can be curvy, tall, or whatever for whatever thing that I want. But Plain Jane is one of my favorite fashionistas here recently. And I did say I was coming back to these ladies. I will say these ladies because this is Ryan and Riley. If I do them as twins, it's Ryan and Riley. If I don't, then it's just Ryan because I like the name Ryan a little bit more than I do Riley. But I was out garage selling with hubby on Saturday. We left the house to go get donuts. And about 4 hours later, we got back to the house because that donut trip turned into a full garage sale little trip. And we went all over into the neighboring city where I normally don't go for garage sales. And I just so happened up on at a garage sale the Misty Copeland collector ballerina doll. I do have the face in the closet. But this Misty Copeland ballet body is the same one that comes on that new Owl Ballet Wishes doll. I love that new ballet body, the way they did it with the feet and the legs. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I had a feeling as soon as I picked up that doll, I initially thought it was the Maria Tall Chief. I believe that's her name. If I'm messing it up, please correct me. But then after I did some research, it was the Misty Copeland doll. However, I went ahead and took Misty's head off because I wanted to use my girls here. Since this was the first ever doll I bought two of, knowing that I can now have one, this is an 11 point of articulation extra body. And then I have one on the actual ballerina Barbie body that is a wonderful skin tone match for her. I thought that was such a nice little blessing that the universe gave me this weekend. And I instantly came home, pulled my girls out, got them dressed and set up, and a storyline started forming in my head so that I can now use these dolls the way I've wanted to. Again, sometimes I've had the dolls for years. Yes, they've had different little ideas run through my head. But when you find the right thing, this ballet body that matches so beautifully for a doll that I've had for over 20, 25 years in my collection, it was kismet. It was absolutely kismet. Yeah, I just ran over a bunch of cardboard that hubby brought me. Really excited about it too. We've got a great idea for a project we're going to be doing later this year, early next year with all of this cardboard. But it's going to be great. I would show it to you, but it makes my room look messy, and you know how I am and how excited I am about my new doll space. Okay, is there anything else I want to cover in this room? There is not. Next, we will be moving on to the homemade area. As you see, I did just a little bit of change up based on some other stuff that I got at a garage sale that I'm testing out. But this will be our next space that we go over with all of those homemade items that hubby has made me. But this is one of my favorite spaces. This female Barbie girl closet, and then I have my Ken guys closet. These are my favorite spaces because, let's be honest, closets is something that as a doll collector we usually have. We're going through the clothes, we're setting them up to take pictures, and to have this space already up and such a good size, I am absolutely loving it. I hope you enjoyed this video where I went through all of the ladies that are here. These are some of my favorites in the collection of old and new. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this closet space for our girls. We will be back another day with another video. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. But if you don't do any of the three, please at least leave me comments and let me know what you think about our closet space, any ideas you have to amp it up a little bit, and what you think about my favorites of the favorites from my girls collection. We haven't even made it to the guys of my girls collection. Until next time, bye y'all.